Hi Mike, yeah, I'm waiting for darkness. Wow, this was amazing. It switched from one deer to the other without my help. Hi Zena. The good dwarf lab folks have a request from us to do some beta testing, which I plan to do tonight. Let's see if we can find the deer. They're gone. Oh well. Yesterday we had a very young fawn right here, hiding in the corner. Yeah, I don't know if they will come back. But we had them for a couple minutes. I don't know if you saw the short video that I posted. We had a double rainbow earlier this evening with the darkest purple I've ever seen on a rainbow. Yeah, I don't see them. Well, that backyard that you see, Zena, used to be an apple orchard, 60-year-old. This is about 20 years of work to make it look nice. And work is never done on it. Yes, it is. This is the wide angle, and this is the telephoto lens. We had one bowling ball representing each of the grandchildren. Here are the bowling balls. And interestingly enough, while we're at it, the sand that you see here, that's where the turtle buried its eggs. So keeping watch, we may see little turtles in September. Oh yeah, too many trees, unfortunately. Too many trees. Let me show you what I mean. If we go just a little bit up, I would have liked to have my horizon clear, but the trees keep intruding. This is a maple tree that we are not cutting down anytime soon. So we go from the maple through ash and oak and apple, another maple, and then all the way to the big red spruce. And this one is not going anywhere. Other than that, the horizon out there is only 2 degrees altitude, elevation. So I should be able, I usually see targets as soon as they rise within minutes. Keeping my fingers crossed that we will have clear sky at least for part of the way tonight. No, actually, I will be posting a video of where my camera is. I succeeded in building a nice perch for the camera so that it can look over all of these. Right now it is 9:11. In another 20 minutes it should be dark enough to start calibrating and start imaging. Yeah, don't know when SpaceX is launching. They have been launching a lot. Yeah, the sky is clearing. Okay. It'll be interesting to know if it's launching from California, we are unlikely to see to see the train here. Usually when they launch from Virginia or Florida, if it's a polar orientation, we will see the train go overhead. Now, Tuesday morning, I'm expecting at around 4 a.m. we will have the International Space Station and the Moon and Saturn and Neptune and Mars for the first time this season, and Uranus and Jupiter all in the eastern sky at the same time, in addition to Andromeda and the Pleiades. And I'm looking forward to having the big scope for that collection. Xena will be starting at around 10 p.m., which is 7 p.m. for you, and will be done by 1 a.m. your time, which is your bedtime. Otherwise, you will watch the reruns. Yeah, we have been waiting for the International Space Station to come back. It had been gone for a few weeks. It has finally returned. Yeah, fortunately we are shielded now from the wind. And hoping that that breeze will push the clouds out of the way. Okay, it is time to switch from landscape mode to astronomy mode. Okay, we're gonna start recording here. D2 is connected, Atlas mode. Now it says select a target. We're gonna see if Polaris is doable. There is Polaris. Go to. Okay. Don't know if it's gonna succeed with calibrating because it's still not dark enough. It is trying to calibrate facing the wall. That's not gonna work. Yep, see, it's facing me. Hello. Okay, let's see if we can send it to where it needs to go. Doesn't want to go anywhere. Alright, and let's point up. Okay, we're going to repeat the process now. Go back to photo, stop recording, start recording, Atlas. And we need to choose a target. I'm going to go with, Altair is a possibility. How about Vega? We go one step. It seems to have succeeded in calibration. So now we need to set 15-second shutter, gain 50, and number of shots 50. Okay, function, settings. Enhance is on. Okay, count 50. And shutter 15. And gain 50. And go with enhance on. It did not say anything about IR. I'm gonna stop it and go back, turn off IR, because it says no filters on. End current session, function, 50 count, enhance on, infrared cut, gain, go back to 50, shutter, 15 seconds, and go. As soon as we're done with this stack, we will repeat it with enhance off. That is the test for the night. Ew. Why did it do that when the sky is blue, not red? We'll see. With IR cut as opposed to IR pass, I do not understand why the sky is red. And yeah, there is no filter. The wide angle lens is showing a blue sky. Well, it's blue because of auto exposure. It really is dark. It appears that my lens is dirty. There is a blotch up here and a blotch down there. I don't know if these are from the lens or a processing artifact. As soon as we're done with this capture, I will make sure that the dew heater is on, although right now that's not an issue. Hello, Reader fan. We have a tasker from DWARF Lab to conduct 3 tests on their beta software, and that's the first priority tonight. This is the first test. They said pick a target. I picked Vega, and they want us to test a new AI enhance feature. So the task for tonight is to take 50 frames with enhance and then 50 frames without enhance and see what we get out of it. So we're doing the enhance now. We're 31 frames into it. Once this is done, we repeat with the enhance turned off, and then we get onto the third task, which is forcing DWARF to fail calibration and then doing the calibration manually and see what happens at that point. And once we're done with these 3, I will package the data, ship it to them, and then we can come back and play. As you probably know from Rochester, the weather is not conducive for much tonight. Tomorrow night, on the other hand, we should have a crystal clear sky all night long, especially the wee hours of the morning, when we will have the International Space Station Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, Mars, Uranus all in the eastern sky at the same time, plus the moon to boot, as well as Andromeda and Pleiades. So I'm gonna get some some sleep tonight, a good night's sleep, expecting not to sleep at all tomorrow night. So we'll see. Zena, with a lot of luck, I should be done in an hour and then go to sleep. Yeah, I received a request from Sue from DWARF Lab asking if I expect any clear skies in the next 48 hours, and this was yesterday, because they had 3 tests that they needed urgently done. Last night was a wash, literally. So I'm running the tests tonight, and I need to get the results to them very, very soon. They are 12 hours ahead of us. Their deadline is Monday night their time. Thanks, Zena. Oh, I have no problem sleeping. I ran 10 miles, 10.6 miles yesterday morning, so I'm still tired of that, or tired from that. Good night. Raider, there was an app update yesterday, but not much in terms of new stuff. We're approaching 50 here. This completes task 1. Let's see if it's going to stop on its own or whether I need to stop it. It's not telling. Okay, I will stop it then. Yes. So Dwarf 3 is supposed to have a much faster processor. Okay. End current session. And we're not going to stop tracking. Well, we'll stop tracking. And we'll stop recording. Okay, task 2. Atlas. North. Go back to Vega. There's Vega. Okay, go. Okay, This is supposed to be the new feature of one-click go. Success. Alright. Now we do the settings. Function. Settings. 50. Enhance off. Exposure 50. Shutter 15. Infrared cut. We have everything we need. Let's start. Total 50, gain 50, exposure 15 with enhance turned off. And the target is Vega HD 172167. Haha! Suddenly we lost the overwhelming purple. And the sky is very dark now, as indicated by the wide-angle lens. The stars are very, very sharp focus-wise. The third task is a bit tricky. I've been reading it over and over to try to figure out what's supposed to be done. I have a yellow post-it note that I will put in front of the lens. I was concerned earlier that the lens, okay, yeah, there it is. Don't know if this is dirt on the lens up here or an artifact of processing. I'll have to wipe the lens clean again. Good evening, Stanley, or good morning in your case. Uh, right now, I am testing new firmware on DWARF 2 that is expected to be on DWARF 3. And they have been staggering the release of new features on DWARF 2. Basically, everything that's going to end up on DWARF 3, they are testing on DWARF 2 right now. So, yeah, I don't know when they will be releasing the firmware update. The Atlas feature, I believe, is available now. Definitely available on iOS. I have not checked if it's available on Android yet. Available to the public. And that includes a firmware update to the DWARF 2. They have shipped a very small number of DWARF 3s to beta testers. I expect to get mine in a couple of weeks for beta testing. And then it's going to be interesting putting telescopes side by side on the same target and watching their behavior. I like the fact that Vega is showing spikes. This is nice. And for living in Bortle 4, this is a lot of stars. Can't wait to image the Milky Way with the DWARF 3. I think so. I will be surprised if they attempt to maintain two sets of firmwares. The primary hardware differences between the two telescopes is the additional internal filter. DWARF 3 will have a a dual band filter internal. The neutral density will be external. So it'll have both an infrared and a dual band. And I don't see any problem with the firmware knowing which machine it is running on and determining whether that functionality will be commented out or acted upon based on whether it's DWARF 2 or DWARF 3. I do expect the app to continue to evolve and it will support both. We're approaching 50. When we get to 50 on this one, we'll go to step 3, and step 3 requires us to fail focus or fail calibration. So I'm going to cover the lens and ask it to calibrate, and we'll see what it does. Current 46, target 42. Oh good, it's stacking again. I'd hate to lose it because of clouds this far into the 50. Now the question, with total 50, current 50, stacked 47, is it going to stop or is it going to keep stacking? Session ended. This time it ended on its own. Okay, end current session and stop recording and go to step number 3. Stand by while we cover the objective, the lens. Okay, third test is going to be aborted because of lightning. Let me pull the radar quickly. Hi Paulette. No, I'm doing some testing tonight, Paulette, for Dwarf Lab. Tomorrow night we'll be doing a lot of deep sky imaging. Alright, let's see if we can fail it now. Atlas. North. Going to go to the same target one more time, Vega. And this time I'm going to make sure that calibration fails. Okay, it succeeded. We wanted it to fail, so we're gonna have to go somewhere else. As in, it's cloudy. Thanks, Paulette. Trying to see what I need to do here to make calibration fail. Start recording. Atlas. I'm gonna try to go to Deneb. Okay, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna reboot the machine so it forgets where it is. Okay, task 3, Atlas. Okay, connect. Hold on. Let's connect first. Connection successful. We're going to go to Atlas. I'm going to pick a target. I have no problem going back to Vega. Okay, now we're going to cover the lens. Lens covered. Let's see what will fail first, focus or calibration. We're waiting for calibration to fail. Okay, calibration failed. Now, click manual and enter astro shooting mode. Manual. We are in astro shooting mode. In astro mode, perform successful focus and calibration and then click start. Okay. Okay, we're supposed to do a successful autofocus. Focus. Auto. All right, thunderstorms moving in. I better go bring DWARF in. That ends this episode. We'll be back tomorrow night for a deep sky smorgasbord tomorrow. For now, so long from the Pompey Observatory, aka Rooster Inn Observatory. Bye bye.